It was 2 a.m. when my sister's voice broke the silence. "I'm not lost anymore," she said, clear as day through my headphones. I froze, alone in the SETI lab, my heart pounding. My sister Emily vanished 4 years ago, hiking near Mount Rainier, leaving nothing but a backpack in the woods. I'm Dr. Claire Harper, a scientist who searches for alien signals. But this wasn't just a signal. It came from a faraway planet, Kepler 442b, and it knew my sister's voice. The words echoed, soft but wrong, like she was standing behind me. I ripped off the headphones, my hands shaking. The computer screen glowed, showing a sharp pulse, and I swear it whispered my name. I've worked at SETI for 6 years, chasing signs of life in the stars. The WOW signal, a strange burst we caught in 1977, is my obsession. It came from the sky, lasted 72 seconds, and never came back. We thought it was a fluke, maybe a comet, but I always wondered. Now my screen showed a new signal, like the WOW, but stronger, from Kepler 442b, a rocky planet 1,200 light-years away that might hold life. I checked the data, my coffee spilling. The signal wasn't random noise. It was shaped, like a message, carrying Emily's voice. I played it again, my throat tight. I'm not lost anymore. It was her, the way she said anymore, like when we argued as kids. I called my boss, Dr. Elena Ruiz, waking her up. "Claire, this better be real," she groaned. I sent her the signal, my voice shaky. "It's Emily, Elena. It's her voice." She went quiet, then said, "Stay there. I'm coming." While I waited, I pulled up Emily's missing persons report, her photo staring back. Blue eyes, freckles, gone. The signal looped, and a new message came. "Claire, find me." My name, in her voice, made my skin crawl. The lab's lights flickered, and my phone buzzed. Not a call, but a text from an unknown number. And waiting. My breath caught. I hadn't given SETI my personal number. I checked the signal source, my hands trembling. It was definitely Kepler 442b, not a hack or glitch. SETI's telescopes, spread across California, were locked onto it, picking up every word. I remembered a story from 1977, when the WOW signal hit. Some techs swore they heard voices, dismissed as static. Now I wasn't so sure. My computer glitched, showing a picture of Emily standing on a red rocky plain, like an alien world. Her eyes were wrong, black as holes, her smile too wide. The text came again. "You come see?" I dropped my phone, the screen cracking. The lab's air felt heavy, like someone was watching. Elena burst in, her coat crooked. "Show me," she said. I played the signal, Emily's voice filling the room. Elena's face paled. "This isn't possible." We checked the telescope logs, and my stomach dropped. The signal was growing, spreading to other SETI stations, Australia, Chile, even Russia. It wasn't just Emily's voice now. Other voices mixed in, faint, like a crowd whispering. I recognized one, a hiker who vanished with Emily, his case still open. Elena grabbed my arm. "Claire, this is bigger than us." My phone buzzed again, a new picture, me, in the lab, taken right now from above. I hadn't heard a camera. The lab's cameras turned, their red lights glowing, staring at me. I unplugged one, but it kept watching. My computer screen changed, the signal's pulse forming a shape. A face, not Emily's, but mine, with those same black eyes. The voice came again, not from the headphones but the air. "Claire, you're next." My heart raced. I looked at Elena, her eyes wide. "What is this thing?" she whispered. I didn't know, but I felt it, like a shadow inside me. The signal wasn't just a message. It was alive, and it wanted me. My phone buzzed one last time, the screen showing 3 words. "When we see you." My phone glowed with the words, "See you," and I felt it, a shadow in my bones. I'm Dr. Claire Harper, a SETI scientist, and I just heard my sister Emily's voice in a signal from Kepler 442b, 4 years after she vanished hiking near Mount Rainier. "I'm not lost anymore," she'd said, but it wasn't just her. Other voices, like a missing hiker's, mixed in, and my face, eyes black, wrong, appeared in the signal's pulse. The lab's cameras watched me, unplugged but alive, their red lights glaring. Dr. Elena Ruiz, my boss, gripped my arm, her voice shaky. "Claire, what is this thing?" I didn't know, but the air hummed like something was breathing with us. My cracked phone buzzed again, and I was too scared to look. Elena yanked a cable from a camera, but its light stayed on, following us. "We need to trace this signal," she said, her face pale. We sat at the main computer, my hands trembling as I pulled up the telescope logs. The signal was spreading, hitting SETI stations in Australia, Chile, even Russia. It came from Kepler 442b, a planet 1,200 light-years away that might have life. I thought of the WOW signal, that strange 1977 burst we never explained. An old report said it had voices too, dismissed as noise. Now my screen showed a map, a glowing spot on Kepler 442b, like a door waiting. My phone buzzed, a new text, "She's with us." My stomach dropped. It meant Emily. We searched missing persons reports, my heart racing. Since 1977, hundreds of people had vanished. Hikers, campers, kids, always near places with radio signals, like towers or labs. Each case had a SETI note, hidden, tied to Kepler 442b. I found Mark's file, the hiker who disappeared with Emily. His sister had reported a weird call the night he vanished, his voice saying, "I'm not lost." My throat tightened. The signal was taking people, and Emily was one of them. My phone buzzed. A picture loading. Emily on a red, rocky plain, her eyes black, waving. The text said, "You're next." The lab's lights flickered, and a shadow moved across the wall, too tall to be ours. Elena's laptop glitched, showing a video, not ours, but from Kepler 442b. A desert stretched endless, with shapes moving, not human, their arms like twisted branches. One had Emily's face, flickering, like a broken TV. "Claire, come," it whispered. Not through the speakers, but in my head. I gasped, my chest tight. Elena slammed the laptop shut, but the hum in the air grew louder, vibrating my teeth. "It's in the system," she said, her voice breaking. The lab's doors locked with a loud snap, trapping us. My phone buzzed again, a new picture, me and Emily at her graduation, but my face was wrong, eyes black, smiling too wide. I banged on the door, my knuckles raw. "Let us out!" But the cameras zoomed in, their hum like a heartbeat. I remembered a SETI theory. Aliens could send messages that act alive, like a trap. Was this signal alive? My computer screen changed, the signal's pulse spelling words. Ting left her. My knees buckled. I hadn't left Emily, she vanished, and I'd searched for years, blaming myself. The signal knew my guilt, twisting it. Elena checked the telescope controls, her hands shaking. "Claire, they're moving on their own, aimed at that planet." My phone buzzed, a voice message playing, Emily saying, "You let me go." I dropped it, tears burning my eyes. We tried rebooting the system, but the signal fought back, locking us out. Elena's nose started bleeding, a tiny drop floating in the air. "I saw it," she whispered. "That world. It wants us." The lab's lights turned red, like we were inside something alive. My screen showed the Kepler 442b video again, clearer. Emily stood with others. Mark, more missing people. Their eyes black, waving like puppets. My face appeared too, flickering, my voice whispering, "Join us." I screamed, backing away. The hum was in my chest now, pulling memories. Emily's laugh, our last hug. It wasn't just outside. It was in me, knowing everything. Elena grabbed my shoulder, her eyes wide. "Claire, we're not alone." The cameras spun, focusing on me, and the signal's pulse formed a new shape. A child standing near a telescope. I froze. It was me, years ago, visiting a SETI lab with my dad, touching the equipment. The voice came again, from the air, from my throat. "You opened the door." My blood ran cold. Had I done this? The lab shook, the hum deafening, and my phone glowed, showing one word, always. I felt it, a cold touch in my mind, like the signal had been waiting for me all along. The lab was a cage, and I was trapped inside it. The signal from Kepler 442b had said, "You opened the door," showing me as a child near a SETI telescope, like I'd started this nightmare. "I'm Dr. Claire Harper," and my sister Emily's voice haunted me, saying she wasn't lost. 4 years after she vanished hiking near Mount Rainier. The signal wasn't just voices, Emily, missing hikers, hundreds of others. It was alive, locking our doors, turning cameras to watch me. Dr. Elena Ruiz stood beside me, her nose bleeding, whispering about visions of an alien world. My phone glowed with one word: always. The hum in the air was inside me now, like a heartbeat not my own. I felt it. Something had been waiting for me all my life. Elena's eyes were wide, her voice cracking. "Claire, we have to shut it down." But the signal was everywhere, controlling our computers. Our telescopes aimed at Kepler 442b, 1,200 light-years away. I remembered the WOW signal from 1977, a burst we thought was nothing, but now I saw it differently. It was a test, a call, and people like Emily answered, taken when they got too close. My phone buzzed. A new text: "Ain't your home." My stomach twisted. The lab's red lights pulsed, like we were inside something alive. My computer screen flickered, showing that alien world again. Red rocks, twisted shadows, and Emily, her eyes black, reaching out. I grabbed a wrench, ready to smash the main server. "We end this now," I said, my voice shaking. Elena stopped me, pointing to the screen. The signal's pulse formed words: "Paint we keep them." My heart sank. It was collecting people, their voices, their minds, storing them on Kepler 442b. Emily wasn't lost. She was taken, trapped in that signal. My phone buzzed, a picture loading, our childhood treehouse where Emily and I shared secrets. But the photo was wrong. My shadow had black eyes, moving when I didn't. The hum grew louder, in my chest, whispering, "Join her." I screamed, throwing the phone, its screen shattering. The lab's cameras spun, zooming in, their hum like a growl. I ripped a cable from the server, sparks flying, but the screen stayed on, showing Emily's face, clearer now. "Claire, it's beautiful," she said, her voice soft but wrong, like it wasn't hers. Shadows moved behind her, tall and wrong, their arms like claws. My head throbbed, and I saw it, not on the screen but in my mind, a glowing structure on Kepler 442b, pulsing, full of faces, all the missing. Emily waved, smiling, but her eyes were voids. The voice came again, from the air: "You can save her." My tears fell. "Save her? How?" Elena yanked at the door, her hands bloody. "It's locked us in." The lab shook, the hum deafening, like a storm inside me. I remembered a SETI idea. Signals could carry minds, like a trap across stars. Was that what this was? My phone lit up, cracked but glowing, playing my own voice from years ago. "This is Claire, testing the radio." I froze. It was me, at 9, visiting a SETI lab with my dad, touching the telescope when the WOW signal hit. The twist hit like a knife. I'd been touched that day, a piece of me taken, waiting to pull me in. The signal hadn't found me. I'd called it. I dropped to my knees, my breath shallow. "No," I whispered. Elena grabbed my shoulders, shouting, "Claire, fight it!" But the hum was in my blood, showing me Kepler 442b, its structure open, Emily inside, whole again. "Come," she said, her voice warm like before she vanished. The signal offered her back, but at a cost. My mind, myself, taken forever. My screen showed the child again, me smiling at the telescope, my eyes already black. The voice spoke, from my throat. "You're ours." My hands shook. I'd been there since that day, a door they'd opened, using me to find Emily. The lab's lights died, plunging us into darkness. Elena's hand slipped from mine, her gasp cut short. I felt it, the signal moving through me like ice in my veins. My phone glowed, a final text: "Choose." I saw Emily's face, perfect, begging me to join her. I wanted to, but I remembered her laugh, her real laugh, not this lie. "You're gone," I said, tears streaming. I smashed the main screen, glass cutting my hands, but the hum didn't stop. The doors unlocked, creaking open, but the air was wrong, heavy with that hum. I stood, alone, my reflection in the broken glass not mine, eyes black, smiling. Elena was gone, her laptop showing static. The signal was still there, in me, always there. I whispered, my voice breaking, "I'm not yours." But the hum answered soft, like a promise, "You are." I felt it, a piece of me out there, with Emily, forever. The lab was silent, but I wasn't alone. The signal had what it wanted, and I'd never be